Vehicle Institute. Today we're going to be going over adjusting the air brakes. The tools that we've got here, we have a tape measure, we've got a flathead screwdriver, we've got a pry bar, and we have our 5/16 is what we're going to need it to actually adjust the brakes. Here we have our brake chamber. We've got our slack adjuster, the clevis. The few things that we're going to be working on is the pawl here. We're going to be pulling this out before we do our adjustment. And from the top view, we've got an adjusting screw up here. That's where we're going to hit with the wrench. Okay. So before we get into things, what you want to do is take a little shop towel and clean things up the best that you can, because I mean you're about to work on this and you don't need to be getting all this dirt and grime all over yourself. So we clean up right around the places that we're going to be working. Like I said, the pawl and the adjustment point up there. Okay. What we've got over here is our actual brake drum and our shoes. We've got this little bit of a gap right in here, and our goal is to get that gap out of there. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking our pry bar and we're going to be going up under the pawl here, and we're going to be pulling it up. Okay. And the next step, back in there. Our next step is that we're going to be taking our 5/16 here, and we're going to be turning the adjustment screw from up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut to a shot from up top so you can actually see me turning this, and then you can see how we are adjusting the shoes on the drum. Okay. Okay. So we've got our 5/16 here. This is our adjustment bolt right here. So what we do is we feel with our hands. Get this guy on there. Okay. Then once you're in there, just start adjusting. All the while this pawl is pulled out. Very important to adjust it with the pawl out. If not, you'll mess up your worm gear inside there. Okay, so now what we've done is we've turned our adjustment screw to the point where, as far as it can go, these shoes are right on the brake drum. So what our next step is going to be, we don't want them to be fully pressed on there, because then when they go to actually apply the brakes, they're going to push out too far. Okay, and that could actually cause damage to our components in the brake system. So after we've come down all the way as far as we can, what we're going to do is take about half of a turn off of that adjustment screw. Okay, so that's the part that I'm going to do right now, and then after that we're going to check to see how long our stroke is. Okay, so we backed off our adjustment nut about a half a turn. Now what we're going to be doing is checking our free stroke to make sure that we have adjusted properly. What we're looking for is about 3/4 to an inch difference between our resting and our stroke using the pry bar here. Okay, that's the free stroke. So we're going to take our measuring tape, and we're right here at about a little bit past the 2, and that takes us to about 2 3/4 of an inch, which is 3/4 of an inch difference. That's about where we want to be at. Okay, so our next step is that we're going to have a driver up in the cab, and he's going to go ahead and actually apply these brakes, and we're going to measure out the stroke of that. 3. Go. Okay, so here we've got our driver already applying the brakes. It moved to the 2 3/4 mark, which is again right where we wanted to be at with our adjustment. Our brake shoes are good to go. Our slack adjuster has been properly adjusted. We are ready to get this truck back up and going, back on the road.